Welcome back. We pick up with Brian and I out on the morning of December 8th. We walk up the riverbed in the dark and we set up on two separate trail crossings that I saw earlier in the week. I'm further to the west and I'm near the boundary. And the plan is, if we don't hear any shots, neither of us shoot, then at a given time I'm going to start walking through the brush toward him. And it wasn't long before I see a familiar sight.
That's a little 8-point. It could be the same one I saw yesterday. We'll see if we can leave him there and just move around him. Yeah, it's that little guy from yesterday. You see his front left leg? He's favoring it.
So after we linked up, Brian went around another chunk of brushy stuff, and I go back through the brush. Unfortunately, I didn't kick up any whitetail does. I didn't kick up any more deer.
That's where I sat Thursday night. Right there.
Saw one right there.
Well, that's where I sat. I didn't see anything. Because there's some good trails coming out.
Yeah, I mean,
in the creek bed, right out here on this side of those cottonwoods.
yeah, I saw the two trails you were talking about. They were heavy traffic. Might be the cows though. These might be the deer. Although no, in the sand it looked like deer tracks.
Yeah, the cows are like
Yeah.
full palm size.
Now this is where I either didn't do footage or I lost it. So that evening Brian and I walk about 2.5 miles along the river down to some ag fields that are in the public land. And one of them was cut hay and one of them was cut corn. Now we walked all around those two large circles and we did not see any deer tracks and we did not see any old trails that would have been going into them when the corn and hay were still standing, which I thought was very strange. We didn't see any deer, but we did see a bobcat. So after that evening's hunt, we get back to our vehicles. Brian goes home, and I go home. Unfortunately, the only thing we saw tonight was a bobcat. And that's all the time I have to devote to this particular tag, so it looks like I'm eating this one. But the quest will continue. Well, I'm back at those whitetail. I just got home last night from out east with Brian out there, and so I eat that tag, but now I'm going to continue working on another tag. So it's just going to be an evening hunt today, and hopefully it's not too crowded out there, and if it is crowded I hope it's deer, not people. So but I'm not really feeling it today, but I gotta go when it's available, so here I am. See what we get. Well, obviously I didn't see anything, but on the walk out, which was all a whole 500 yards back to my truck, about halfway there, I see two whitetail running about 6 or 7 minutes after legal light. And if I would have been kind of where I thought I wanted to get. Instead of second guessing myself, they probably would have been right out in front of me at legal light. So there you go.